So now I am going to explain briefly about the cervical spine. So what is the structure here? So you can see, as you know very well, that there are 7 cervical vertebrae, C0, C1. C0 actually there is no C0. So that is the imaginary vertebra. So basically this is the C1, C2, C3, C4, C5 and C6 and C7. So C7 having the largest spinous process, and the second one largest is present in the C2 vertebra. So here you can see also there is a lordotic pathway in the cervical spine. So all the spine do not lie over the same level. So you have to palpate, then you have to go accordingly. Here you can see the various nerve passing through the facet joint here. This is the structure of spinal cord and this is the artery. Okay, this is the facet joint. So the angle of the facet joint in the cervical spine is over the 45 degree. So whatever you are doing over the cervical spine, that is the mobilizations or manipulation. So this plane just keep the very important role here. Okay, so this is the spinous process and this is the transverse process. You can palpate here like this. So it's up to you. So what is the target segment of the patient? The pain is over the facet joint. The pain is over the between the spinal in the central position. So if the patient is complaining the bilateral pain, then in that case you have to mobilize the spinous process. If the patient is complaining about the pain over any one side, that is left or right side, then you can localize your force over the facet joint of the desired segment. So what is the effect of traction here? Suppose you are applying traction over the cervical spine. It may be mechanical, it may be manual. So what is the basic benefit over the spinal dysfunction? So you can see here you are causing destruction of the spine. So there is decompression of the nerve, that is a nerve root which is being compressed by the bony segment. So it will help in the decompression of the nerve. Also, there are some conditions in which there is locking of the facet joint or jamming of the facet joint. So by applying manual traction, you can treat such condition also. So if there is jamming of the facet joint, you can just open the facet joint. By traction, there is also providing the more nutrition to the disc as well as to the facet joint also. There is also one structure, that is the meniscoid in the facet joint. So when you are doing the flexion movement, so there is also the movement of the meniscus of the facet joint also in the forward direction. When you are doing extension motion of the cervical spine, so there is the backward motion of the meniscoid of the facet joint. So there may be two dysfunction within the meniscoid, that is the entrapment or the extrapment. So in the entrapment dysfunction, the meniscoid is not ready to move forward. So you are trying to bend your neck, but the meniscus is not moving here. So it will cause a stuck structure in the facet joint and the patient faces difficulty in the motion and he feels the pain over the facet joint. In the extrapment dysfunction, while you have done the flexion motion, then meniscus has moved forward. But while you are doing the extension motion, then the meniscoid is not returning back to the original position. So what will happen? Your facet joint will again stuck here. The patient is not able to perform the extension motion. So how it can be clear? So traction is a very good means to treat such kind of condition, that is any pain in the spine, any muscular pain, okay, any dysfunction of the meniscus, any jamming of the facet joint. So you can treat with the help of manual traction. So what is the basic difference between mechanical and the manual traction? So in mechanical you can calculate the force, you can quantify the force, but in manual traction you can't quantify the force, but you can very well localize the segment of the spine, whatever be the affected segment. So in the mechanical traction you can't apply traction only over the one segment, that is suppose C4, C5 or C2, C3. But in case of manual traction, you can apply the segmental force, you can apply the segmental traction force over the affected area. So this is the basic difference between the mechanical and the manual traction. Okay. Hello. So first of all, I am going to just demonstrate how to use the technique of angular pull. So what is the use of this angular pull? So you have to decide what is the target segment of the patient. On this segment you have to apply the maximum traction force. It is in the upper segment, it is over the middle segment, or it is over the lower segment. So if there is pain over the middle segment, then why to apply the manual traction force over the whole spine? It may unnecessarily increase the pain over the other segment. It will stretch the muscles also, that also just help to increase in the pain. So I wish to just localize the segment. So according to that, suppose the patient is having pain over the lower segment, that is below the C5. It may be over the C5, C6 or C6, C7. So in that condition, just go for the first flexion of the cervical spine up to 40 to 45 degree. Just put hand of one segment over the base of the occiput, then put your another hand over the chin of the patient. Just maintain the angle and lean your body to the back area. So with the help of your body weight, you are applying the traction. So here we have localized the force of the traction over the lower segment only. Okay. Now come to the middle segment. For the middle segment, you have to keep the neck in the neutral condition, neutral position. Do the same thing. Patient is the supine lying position. Therapist is standing behind the head of the patient. Again, keep one hand over the base of the occiput, another hand over the chin of the patient. Then again, the therapist just lean back. So it will stretch the muscles also. It will open the facet joint also. It will help to reduce the meniscoid also. And it will also help to open the any jammed facet joint. Okay? Baba, how to apply traction over the upper cervical segment? For that, keep the neck in the extension position, that is about 10 to 20 degree of extension. So it will localize the force. Again, same hand placement, and go for the pull of the direction should be in the lower direction, like this. Again lean. So in this case, whole traction force will work over the upper cervical segment, that is between the C0 to C3. Okay, so this is the technique of angular pull.